And welcome to this party. We usually have it once a year, as you know yourself. And I want to thank the host of the place that has invited us to be here, which is Valerie and John. And we want to be thankful for the opportunity to say hello to the people as well as everything else. And thank God that we're all here. We were here last year, of course, and had a very nice time, and we're back again. And it's great to see some of the familiar faces that we had here last year. And there's some things that we have to be thankful for: our health, our strength, and our friends. And for the way that the election, the midterm election, that was a big plus. Let's not sit on our laurels on that. There's more work to be done.
Amen.
And there's a lot of work to be done. And I think on the coming up in 2020, we need to prepare for that. And as the Democratic Club here in Castro Valley, we will do as much as we possibly can as we can to enhance that. And I can't do all this on my own. I have the club that helps me to do that. Dave Siegel helps me with an awful lot. So
Here.
there's Dolly and Mary. There's Jay. And we have some people.
And Claudia's here somewhere.
Pardon?
Claudia.
Where's Claudia? Claudia, come here.
Hey, Claudia.
Here's Claudia. She does a wonderful job of taking the minutes and takes care of all my corrections. Thank you, Claudia, and her husband is here as well. But there's a couple of things I want to touch on as well. We are also having people that are running for office coming up on the 12th of the month, and it's out at UFCW. January, I'm sorry, in January. And that's Dolly and Mary are running for delegates. So if you can get out there, which we're encouraging everybody to come out there.
We really need everybody to come out physically and vote for us on January 12th.
Yes.
Please get one of our flyers, it has the address.
It's in Hayward, it's not very far.
Right.
Thank you,
There's
Peter.
parking.
I also want to acknowledge the fact that we have people here from Congressman Swalwell's office. We have Tammy Jo here from Mary Swalwell's office.
Yay to Swalwell, yay to Eric.
We have, where's Sarah? Sarah Lamham?
Where's Sarah? Hi guys.
Sarah, come here for a moment. Sarah just got re-elected to the city of Hayward, and I wish her every success from the club, and I know she'll do a wonderful job. And one of the things that I admire about Sarah is that she cares an awful lot about the housing, the people that really need, the seniors as well as everything else. I think that she's to be commended for that, and anything that we can do in our venue to help her, I think we should. And we thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Would you like to say something about that?
Well, sure. So I hope people will go to the MAC meeting on the 10th. Support Dolly and the other members because, first of all, because they got appointed. That's awesome. And secondly, because on the agenda, as I understand it, is a tiny homes development that First Press of Hayward in Castro Valley. First Presbyterian, of Hayward in Castro Valley, right by Trader Joe's, is looking to create these tiny homes as a permanent / transitional solution to people in our community. These are our folks.
How's that going?
So we need the MAC to say yes.
Right.
And so
We have one vote.
you got one vote. We need to go out and support her. Make sure the MAC knows that this is important to you. We're not talking about those people. Almost every study that's ever been done on homelessness comes back with about 70% of any homeless population are from the community. And 100% of folks in the community are there for exactly the same reason everybody else is. My family's here, my job is here, I went to school here, I love it here. And so there is no those people that are gonna get moved into our Trader Joe's area. These are our folks, and the idea that there could be permanent housing opportunities for them is tremendous. And we need some opportunities to test out how well this is gonna work. We know that. We know when you give people opportunity to use their skills to work and to have housing they can afford, they can succeed. We had those opportunities, but we just don't have enough of them. So coming out on Monday, what time's the meeting?
6 o'clock
6 o'clock.
at the Castro Valley Library.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
That's right.
And I put out weekly announcements about other stuff that's happening in the community, so you're more than welcome to subscribe to my list. And certainly you've got tremendous folks in this room who are all really well plugged in, so let's keep talking to each
fill out
other.
a comment card in the beginning of the meeting about the tiny homes and say that you are supporting it. You don't have to make a big speech, just I support the tiny homes at the First Presbyterian. Okay.
Great.
All
All
right.
right, thank
We're doing
you.
it in Upland too.
Yeah, this is a
And
tested model.
Yeah,
This is-
and other
and-
areas, especially a lot of veterans.
Yeah.
This program is a pilot program that it's unique that they are allowing the people that are already, they have jobs, and that their rent that they're having is gonna get banked by the church, so that after 18 months or however
18
long,
months, yeah.
then what ends up happening is they get the money back, so now they'll have money for a down payment somewhere, or a first and last month, or, so it's an actual, I mean, something like this needs to work. We need to have, it's gotta have a chance for something. It's a pilot
Yeah.
program.
I agree, Peter.
All right.
I agree.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, thank you, everybody.
so
Thank
much.
you, Sarah.
You want to say anything from Eric from the Swallows office?
I wasn't prepared to.
Well, that's what these meetings are all about.
Eric sent us his wishes, he had to fly back to DC for votes, but he just is really enthusiastic that we took back the House and says one foot in front of the other, we really need to move forward and keep working through to 2020.
And we want to congratulate him on.
Yeah, his reelection.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
And also
I'm happy
that,
for that too.
and also we hope he's gonna, start really probing and do subpoenas in that intel
I
committee.
think you will.
Yes.
Thank you, Tammy Jo,
Thank you.
appreciate it, thank
Thank
you.
you for having
Also,
me.
I don't want to be remiss on this also, we have Carol George here, who is the former president of the club, who I took over from. And I lean on her quite a bit for her guidance and her mentoring, and I really appreciate it, Carol, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Richard Muir, who works his tail off in the valley here, trying to get new people signed up all the time. Richard, thank you so much for the work that you do.
Yeah, Richard.
And all of them, of course, here's one of my old buddies over here, Sonia Howes. She's lovely and grateful, and I love her.
Very old.
Now, I want to lovely lady here, who is the president of the Democratic Club in San Leandro. She just had an operation, a knee replacement, but I would like to ask her to say a few words, if you would,
I
please.
sure will. Thanks,
you,
John.
Ron.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
First, I want to piggyback off of what Sarah was saying. It's good that Hayward is going to have this pilot program for the little tiny homes, because Oakland have already started running with the program. But when they build all these tiny homes, they didn't find a location for the homes to be settled in on. So I think Oakland.
It's in the Castro Valley plan, and it's technically in Castro Valley, the First Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
At the
So-
church area?
At the
At
church.
the church
It's
parking
a
lot.
parking lot, yeah. Behind
At
Trader
the
Joe's,
church.
yeah.
Right
So how much
behind
space?
right behind Trader Joe's. It's a huge space.
There was quite a dialogue.
But that's where all the parking is.
There's quite a dialogue.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry I opened up that can.
No, no,
It's
fine.
But what I wanted to say is, as president of the San Leandro Club and a member of the Castro Valley Club, and I served 2 terms as a delegate in 2008 until 2010 or 11. And after I learned the process of being a delegate, I started doing a training program to teach the voters how to run and become a delegate. Now, being a delegate allows you to, of course, a lot of you know, go to the convention and do your voting and what have you. It is a tedious process. It's okay long as it's in the southern and the northern area, But when you're going to run for a national delegate, well, you're going to another state and you're paying lots of money. But to get the experience of being a delegate is a wonderful thing, especially for our millennium generation. Because what I think grassroots Democrats has to start doing now, before 2020, besides looking at a candidate that's going to run for the Democratic Party, is embracing our millenniums to run to become a delegate. If you're going to run to become elected official, don't come out and run the same year the election is. Start at least 2 or 3 years out and give the community and the clubs an opportunity to hear and get to know you and build a relationship with you. So I really want to encourage the millennium generation to spread the word, become a delegate. Now, my last and final comment. I went on the California Democratic website, and this was a shocker to me for the times that I've been involved in the delegate process. The process in running for a state delegate is 7 females and 7 males. Now, when I went on the website, and the deadline is December 27th, normally that district would be overflowing with 20 or 30 people. When I went on the website, it was 1 delegate for each district. District 23 had 2 delegates. Now, that's saying something about what's happening with the party. Now, District 20, which is this district, at that time when I went on the website, you only had 1. I live in District 18, Rob Bontz's and Barbara Lee's district, only 1 delegate. Now, years ago, I used to make the fuss with elected officials because they used to run these slates. Slates are okay, but when an elected official runs a slate, you don't have to go out there and campaign for anything because you're running on the recognition, of that elected official's name, right? So now some of the elected officials that I called a couple of weeks ago, they said they are not running slates. They're going to let the candidates run on their own merit. So that's a switch and that's a change. But we have a lot to do starting now for 2020. And as far as for getting out to vote, embracing our millennium generation, inviting them to our club. And one thing I decided that I do with San Leandro Democratic Club, and the Castro Valley Club does this as well. When we see our millennium coming to join and fellowship with us, let them learn what it is to be a president, what all is involved, secretary, treasurer, standing committees. Let them get busy. Just don't let them come, and because they're going to lose interest if you're not showing them the due process. Thank you. I got to run. My knee is hurting. I'm on my way out. Thank you very much.
Let me just recognize a couple more people here. Thank you, Elena. Oh, hi, Robin. Also, the man that's behind the camera here who ran Nate Miley's office for 15, 20 years, Bob Swanson. Bob does a wonderful job. Great guy. Thank you, Jack, over here for coming as well. Yes, very well. And Peter Rosen, who also is here from the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Peter. Robin, would you care to come in and say a few words?
Oh, yeah.
It's in English, so you're okay.
What am I saying?
Come on in, Doug.
Come say hello, Robin.
Hello, this
Hi.
is,
Hi.
Robin, welcome to our party, Robin.
Hi, how
As
are
you
you?
know, Robin.
Let me get out of your way here.
Robin is going to say a few words, and we want to welcome you, Robin.
Okay,
You
thank
usually
you.
come here all the time.
Yes,
and it's nice to
I
see
try.
you. It's nice to see you here, so.
Yeah.
She looks familiar.
Say a few words, and appreciate it.
Sure. So, let me clear up a couple of things that Helena said about the ADAM race. The party, it was very behind in putting the information on the website.
Oh, yes.
So there actually may be a lot more candidates listed than
than
when
we
she
know.
last looked.
Yeah.
Because when I talked to the party last night, or yesterday afternoon or whatever it was, they were just putting up all the information because of the election, it was so hard to find spaces to run the ADEM election, it took me 4 weeks to find a spot that was big enough, that had parking and all that kind of thing. And then I had to get, insurance and all that kind of stuff. So, needless to say, so they're just now getting all that information on the website. So just so that you know, it's not 1 or 2 candidates, I think. I haven't checked since yesterday afternoon, but.
Yeah, I registered last night, so
Yeah.
I won't be on there for a day or two. It takes them a little while
It
to
takes
get you on there.
there's a big lag time.
Mary registered and I saw she's on there now.
Okay,
But just
okay.
as of today. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, there you are.
When'd you register, Mary?
Last week.
I did it a week ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
see,
this is
for
what
the
I'm
week.
saying, yeah. Okay,
I
they're
bet you there'll be
catching up,
lots of
they're catching up.
candidates, yeah.
Yes, well, I mean, usually in the 18th Assembly District, which I'm the convener for that ADEM, it usually is, last time it was 800. People showed up to vote. We're expecting probably 1,000 this time, so it's a lot of work. Let me tell you.
Also,
so-
if anybody was worried about the $5 fee.
That's gone.
That is gone, and
Yeah.
now the people who are running pay a $30 fee, that probably helps the conveners, I guess.
Okay,
Does it?
well, it costs $350 just to rent the place that I'm.
That's what I'm meaning, is
Yeah,
that $30?
not to mention, it's probably gonna cost me $350 just to.
Does it go to you
print
guys though?
everything. Well, I don't know how much they'll give me.
Because we did it in the ADEM,
Yeah,
the ADEM thing,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work, to do that and everything, but encourage people to do it if you want to go to the conventions and participate in everything. So, and just keep in mind that it costs money to do that, so, because some people run and they say, oh, I didn't realize it was gonna cost me $1,000 or $1,500 to do the convention. Although the good part this time is that the May 31st convention next year is in San Francisco at the Moscone Center. So that's really good. So you don't have to do a hotel, right? You can just go for the day. So that's encouraging for at least that particular convention. So because the legislature moved the primary to March 3rd in 2020, we are not only going to have the convention on May 31st, we are going to have another convention in November called an endorsing convention. Don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, because we haven't passed the rules for it. It's odd for us to have 2 conventions in 1 year, but because candidates have to start registering for the March primary in October of next year. And so and people are gonna have to be running through the holidays. It's kind of crazy, to have the primary. We did it one time, I don't know if you remember, we did a primary one time in February, and then we did one in March. Didn't actually work out, so I don't know why we're doing it again, so. If at first you don't succeed, you keep trying and trying again, even if it doesn't work. But anyway, needless to say, so I just wanted to let you know that's going on. And our first meeting of the Central Committee is January 2nd, because January 1st is a Tuesday. So at the San Diego Library. So anyway, I just want to wish you all a happy holiday, and can't say too long, but want to come and say hi.
Thank you.
Hi. Oh, no.